Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda and I am an intuitive tarot reader here on YouTube. I will use messages from spirit, my intuition, and tarot oracle cards to communicate messages to you. Today we will be taking a look at the person on your mind. Could be anybody. Doesn't have to be romantic, could be platonic, could be familial, could be just anyone in your life. And we will take a 4-card look at that person and just analyze the person and hopefully provide some clarity around why that person is the way they are, or just some sort of description about that person, okay? And potentially how it's kind of surrounding you, but mostly just that person as a whole, okay? So 3 cards to choose from here: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, or pick 1, 2, 3. Feel free to pause the video and we will see you at your pile. Hello, my beautiful pile 1. If you pick this card right here for pile number 1, we will get into your reading. So if you skip the intro, we'll be taking a look at a person on your mind. Could be romantic, platonic, familial, just anyone that you have on your mind. And we'll be taking a deeper look at the characteristics of this person, how they are, why they're acting the way they're acting. And we'll be using 4 cards only, but we'll be asking Spirit for a clear and concise message regarding pile number 1's person on their mind. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy. All right, what do we have here? Okay. The loner, affirmation: I enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. Okay. Honeybee, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Page of Pentacles. And we got Saturn, slightly smaller than Jupiter. Saturn is also a giant gaseous planet that spins very fast. It is the most remote of the solar system planets that are visible to the naked eye. It has shiny rings made of dust and blocks and rock and ice, which form a system in orbit with a diameter of 300,000 kilometers, which is 186,411 miles, and a thickness of less than 1 kilometer, which is 0.62 miles. Okay, a lot of information there, but we got Saturn. Okay, let me take a look and pick up this energy. So right away, what I'm really picking up about this person is their sweetness. This person is really genuinely sweet, but this person's been hurt before, and this person understands the value of really getting to know someone on a basic fundamental level. So I feel like this person has potentially been screwed over quite a bit, or have learned some really painful lessons in the past regarding opening up very early or showing their genuine self early. I feel like this person really wants to be their open, loving self, but they've learned to build a foundation and really grow a relationship before completely opening up as an individual, mostly because they understand the value of building relationships that are secure, that aren't about to crumble. They also like to really stay close to individuals that they choose to open up to before opening up. They want to kind of almost get involved in every aspect of that person, or at least in the dynamic between them and the person they're opening up to. They don't like any sort of blind sides or any sort of information that might come about later that might compromise what they've built within the connection or the relationship. And I feel like this person may be quite shy or quiet or introverted when you first get to know them, or even when you know them for a while, because it takes them a really, 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 really long time for them to open up out of their shell and be their genuine self. So some people might even think that this person is, if they're not really in tune with reading other personalities, they might think that this person might be kind of like a spy, or just gathering information, or is like one-sided, or but for those who can understand this person, they recognize that this person is very genuine, that this person is not somebody who's going to take information to hurt someone else. They're going to take the information that they learn from an individual so that they can make a well calculated, analytical move within their dynamic between them and the other person based on all the information that they were able to sort through. And I feel like this person is really the type to base their actions based on the energy or feedback that you or anyone else in a connection with them brings. So for example, if the person that they're having a connection with or relationship with is cold and calculated, this person will act accordingly. But they don't compromise their own values to stoop to a level. So when I say accordingly, it would be they would maybe choose to cut that person off, or act in such a way that blocks this person from their ability to hurt them further, or give them accessibility to them in a way that will continue to make them have to show up in a way that they are uncomfortable with, or outside of their authentic nature. Because I think they're just fun-loving people, and they want to be loving, and they want to be caring, and they want to be open, but they've learned that to be open, to be caring, and to be loving might leave them exposed to hurtful people and personalities. So they probably have only a few people who really have seen the side of them, or who they've really opened up to, because they've opened up to the wrong individuals in the past that have taught them a very painful lesson. And so I feel like if this person is being distant or cold, so either they don't know you enough, or they feel they don't know you enough. So even though you might feel you know this person fairly well, they might feel they don't know you enough to allow themselves to open up fully, or they feel something off about you, that they have to act accordingly or show up in the connection with you in a certain way that gives them the distance for them to be genuinely themselves. Okay, so I also feel here with the description here with Saturn, that with the shiny rings made of dust and blocks and rock and ice, I feel like this person is a difficult person to kind of pierce through, to get to that genuine big heart, because they put up a lot of walls and obstacles. But I feel like that's a tough exterior based on all the pains and experiences that this person's had when they were open. And yeah, I feel like this person really recognizes this about themselves, and they're really clear on the fact that they want to manage themselves in this way because they feel the most protected. They also feel like they can go about what it is that they want to achieve in their life by not losing their authenticity, but by also being able to tread carefully around areas that may compromise them or challenge them to step outside of who it is that they've chosen to be, or want to be, or recognize to be themselves. Now, I do get a fixed type personality here. I'm also picking up Leo, but with this might be the type of person that no matter how much you maybe care for them or love them or show them in action, this person would trust their own motto or their own box in which they've created to see life as a protection for themselves, because that's where they find the most comfort. Um, and that's maybe what might be a little bit of a blind area for this person who thinks they are choosing to and are carefully seeing clear. It's like this blind area that they don't recognize maybe the opportunity that they're cutting out because they're choosing to tread in such a way that allows them the comfort and the ability to be their authentic self. So this person's probably not really spontaneous all that much. They have this observer type quality about them, but I feel like they're more observant about their own world so much, not necessarily what's kind of going on all the way around them. So they're very focused on who they let in, who's around them, what those people are bringing to them in their environment, how are they helping them progress, how are they hindering them. Not in a selfish way either, because I'm not picking up a selfishness. I'm picking up just somebody who wants peace and love and doesn't want to ruffle anyone else's feathers, but also in the same right wants to be left alone to be content in what it is that they desire. But I do feel like with that comes this nose to the ground, or this concentration on what they have in front of them, that there's things, potential blessings going on around them, or individuals or opportunities that they're not really seeing or open to, no matter, what someone tells them or tries to convey to them. They're still kind of on this focused, task orientated almost self, or goal driven self, or they see where it is that they want to go, and they apply everything that they can out of their own self to achieve that. So if you happen to be the individual that's kind of around them or supporting them or in that world, they will use you accordingly. Okay. But I don't feel as though this person is using you in such a way that's going to get them to get ahead in the intent that they're going to hurt you. But it's more like this person is so focused on getting to where they need to get to that they don't want to leave themselves open to the possibility that someone could change the course on them, and then they feel as though they've been, led down a path that they don't really want to go down. And I feel like this person, if they've given you something spontaneous, or something, doesn't even have to be tangible like money or whatever, but if they've given you I don't, called you all of a sudden out of the blue, or pulled you aside and said, hey, can I talk to you for a minute, like giving you some sort of something from them, I feel like that is a big deal, because this person doesn't break away from character or their own self to do anything that is outside of their normal or typical behavior. So I am getting that potentially this is coming up for a reason. And I'm assuming this is because of the connection or the dynamic between you guys, that they've given you something, or they've come out to show you something of themselves that they don't show anybody, or at least the majority of people who know them have not received this type of something from them, because they don't generally step outside of what it is that they were able to show up in this connection for you at some, I'm seeing this as a secluded thing. Secluded as in, this isn't how they are with you on a normal basis, but this is a behavior that comes out of them. I'm getting a lot from this card actually, but this is a behavior that comes out of them when they are around you, or this connection with you brings this about, and they don't fully understand that, because they are really focused on their plan of who they are and what they want to do. So when they get pulled outside of that because of a connection with you, they feel like it was something driven from within them. They made the decision to step outside of their regular routine, I guess, if you will, out of character for them, to go, say, to call you, or to ask you for help, or to give you something of meaning. Now, it could very well be something tangible, like something of value that they potentially gave to you. Okay, and just note that they want to communicate that isn't, yeah, that's kind of outside of how they typically are. And I think they're still trying to figure out or understand why it is that you've brought that about in them. So they understand that this is not really about you so much as it is trying to understand themselves. And I think this has opened them up to other questions, such as, why is it then that I am so hard-nosed pressed in the way that I am, or that doing that with anyone else just has never came about? And so they're asking these questions and peeling back the layers as to how they interact with people. So I think you've provided this understanding, or at least this ability for them to question how they are as an individual here. And I do feel here with the Saturn that this person potentially is older in age, or at least is someone coming into their own, or at least a very old soul. But I feel like in this lifetime, the lessons that they've had, in this lifetime were like a lot, where the scales aren't really fully balanced now, because now they're trying to almost reap the rewards of all these lessons that they've learned in their lifetime. And I do feel like it's quite a bit. So either they've had a lot of painful lessons early on in life, and now they're kind of trying to sort through how they are as an individual. But I do feel like for some of these people, they are older in age, or at least they're learning about themselves or these lessons at a slower pace than maybe other individuals have, because it's impacted them a little differently. Okay, so questions they might be asking themselves now might be the types of questions maybe someone in their 20s would ask, or somebody, who would figure things out closer to the lesson. I feel like this person's kind of painting this picture now. And I do feel like here with this honeybee, could definitely be some air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because I was feeling like there was a little bit of being in their head quite a lot, especially with the loner. I enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. I feel like, yeah, they are in their head, but they do have a lot of feels. So that's where that Leo fire I was picking up. But with the honeybee, if they are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they might have heavy earth placements as well. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, because I feel like there is this need for structure, stability, and almost like a structured, repetitive type knowing that their life has a certain repetitive nature, or that nothing's gonna throw them off course sporadically. Like, I don't think there's anything really all that sporadic about this person all so much. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm picking up about this person. Let's see the card you picked and see if this has any sort of relevance to what's going on here. Eternity. Give yourself permission to slow down. So this could very well be, well, I'm getting two things here. It could very well be if you are attached to this person in some sort of way, or connected to this person and are feeling like you're shut out, because they do have that tendency to shut people out. Just with the give yourself permission to slow down, just know that this person takes quite some time to build that stability in connections and relationships. So I don't think it quite means that they don't trust you all that much. It just means that they gotta slowly build on that trust for them to open up. Like, some people could be like polar opposite, where, I mean, for me, I just trust everybody until they give me reason not to. But I know that there is this type of personality where you'll really have to build that relationship and that trust before they can come out and actually trust you, maybe because of traumas, or maybe just the way that they want to show up in the world. But this person is really loving. And the second message I was getting here was this person, I think they feel bad, or at least a little bit guilty in the fact that they've already kind of, like I said, made this commitment to themselves, that that's kind of how they are, that they want to kind of focus on what it is that they want to attain for themselves and use whatever kind of relationships, people around them to further growth within them. And, you know, they're not going to hold people hostage there. And they're certainly not going to take advantage of people. But I think there's a part of them that feels like, at least now, that they want to review this and almost like slow down that way about them. Like, yeah, I feel like for a lot of them, they're at this point where they're questioning it. So they don't want to just continue being like that with their nose to the grindstone and keep focusing on what it is that, you know, how they've always been kind of showing up as their authentic self in this way, because I think part of them recognizes that they might not be, or they might be missing out on opportunity, or they might not be open to other possibilities. And I think they're just recognizing this right now. You know, and this might be a lesson, like I said, later in life that they're having for themselves. But I feel like part of it is potentially a defense mechanism, so they could, you know, have this wall about them, because they do have a pure heart, and it's easy for them to really get in their feels here, especially with the Leo energy. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting for pile number one. Wow, that was really interesting. Sounds like a beautiful person that you have here. And let me know in the comments if this resonated. Leave a like or subscribe. If you want to check out another reading, you can certainly go take a look at some of my other readings. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number two. If you pick this card over here, we'll flip that over closer to the end. We're going to be taking a look at a person in your life. Doesn't have to be romantic, could be platonic, could be familial, could be romantic, could be just somebody that you have on your mind. And we'll use a minimal amount of cards. We'll do 4 cards. We'll take a look at this person's characteristics, how they are, maybe how they're showing up in this connection, but really just taking a look at this person and how they are, or maybe why they are the way they are. All right, so thank you so much, Spirit, for a clear and concise message here for pile number 2. We are so blessed. Thank you, and please protect me as I channel this message and protect pile number 2. Pile number 2, I am so blessed. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you. All right. Now, if this energy sounds like yourself, then you might want to go check out one of the other 2 piles, because, yeah, that's definitely a thing. You could just be drawn to your energy, so it might be cool to go find yourself maybe in another pile. This is a collective reading, so please just take the messages that resonate. I won't take these, but I am drawn to that. Okay. I am drawn to that, but not. All right, what is this? The past. Affirmation. I shine awareness and compassion on my past. Okay. Platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. What do we have? Knight of Wands. And we have Vega. Ooh, distance from the sun, 25 light years. Vega is the brightest star in the Lyra constellation, belonging to the White Star group. It emits a sparkling white light, sometimes tinged with blue, and forms the summer triangle with Deneb and Altair. It is surrounded by a disk of hot dust, which is the residue of collisions between asteroids. Ooh, okay. Whoa, totally getting crazy head rush right now. This is insane. Okay. Exciting. Sorry, I just get really like foreplay for tarot readers when you get just hit with this bolt of energy. Hone yourself, Linda. Okay. I'm really feeling with this person Okay. Now, again, this person doesn't have to be a romantic or whatever. We're just picking up this person's energy. Okay. This person has had a challenging past for sure. And I feel like this person is in a really pivotal point right now in their life where they're learning that despite what has happened to them or what they've maybe had happen to them, maybe what they've allowed to happen to them, or decisions that they've made in the past, does not make them who they are. Okay. So they're learning the lesson in life now that they are who they choose to be in the present moment. And they're making strides towards who it is that they want to be in order to get what it is that they want for themselves. Okay. I feel like this is a really big lesson for this person because this person has been really, their mind has been really focused on reviewing past hurts and past pains and past connections and past who is wrong and who is right and why they should have and could have and coulda, woulda, shouldas. Okay. So this person is in a really vulnerable state right now where they feel like they're naked to the world. So they could be really hurt because of the fact that they're dropping their ego, but they're also taking a new perspective that they haven't in the past. And because they do have traumas or scars, because this person has definitely been legitimately hurt unfairly and also by choice in some other instances. So if this is you, just trigger warning. I'm not here to make a whole bunch of friends, just communicate what spirit is telling me. So if this person was hurt, some of it definitely could have been based on actions or based of inactions that this person was maybe not taking or being choosing to be. But yes, definitely, I mean, there is hurt here as well based on unfairness too. So there's this like mixed bag of trauma, but I feel like this person has been really wrapped up in that victim type mentality for some time, and it was impacting where they were in their life. Okay. Or at least what it is that they wanted to obtain for themselves. And so they kind of always had this knowing, or at least this desire, that they would eventually get to a certain point or achieve something or desire something for themselves. But they really got hung up in this victim mentality bit that it really took up a lot of their time. I feel like this person's probably, wasted quite a bit of time, but I mean, wasted could be, what's that called? Up for debate, I guess, if you say that, because they're learning their lesson. But I just feel like it's taken them quite some time to put together the fact that looking at the current situation from a place of vulnerability is scary for sure, but it will give them the true pleasures that they seek to enjoy for themselves. Because I feel like there's been this piece missing from, at least they feel it's been missing from what sort of enjoyment that they want to have in other connections and other experiences, and it's been holding them back. It was like really heavy baggage almost, and they also feel like they recognize that they have some accountability now, in even if the traumas that have happened to them was not of their own doing. And it might have triggered and spiraled a whole bunch of other traumas that they brought about on themselves based on decisions that they were making in their life. But they feel as though they could take accountability, that holding on to even the initial traumas that were unfair or unjust towards them, that now they are the ones accountable to see that for what it is and allow themselves to free themselves to move forward and forgive themselves for maybe hanging on to something that was holding them back or painfully keeping them in this painful cycle or painful mindset that wasn't allowing them to get them what it was that they want. So I do feel like what it is that they want must be something right now in their life that they're seeing, and could very well be you in this connection, if this is something that you're close to this person or recently have triggered this in this person, because I mean, you're the one coming here watching this reading, but there is something. So maybe they recognize, because they've always had this desire, like I said, but they put it as like a distant desire or a distant fantasy or a distant hope or a distant want that they would eventually achieve. But something's triggered them here to now they want, like, they feel like now's the time that they want to go in and get what it is that they want for themselves. They feel really driven by yeah, like really following their passion, almost like I said, putting aside all of this hurt and pain and stuff like that and being vulnerable to what it is that they want. And I feel like, yeah, like any sort of little mind games that they were playing within themselves, that they're being really, they're recognizing this as their inner dialogue that maybe they've been telling themselves that have been hurtful, you know. And I feel like with this little bit of blue, or what do they say, tinged with blue, like blue is throat chakra. So I feel like this person hasn't really been speaking their truth all that much. And the fact that it's still tinged with blue, I feel like this person has been taking big strides in communicating what it is that they want for themselves, at least to themselves. And I feel like they're turning this point now where now they're vocalizing this to people in their lives. So if this person seems to be a little bit more firm in their statements or their affirmations, or they just go about, like, when they put an affirmation out there, or a desire, a want, or a statement, you might feel like an energy from them, especially if you're like an empath or can pick up energy, that this person is like, initially I think they were kind of shaky on their own ground, of like, it was more of them telling themselves this so that they would kind of fake it till they make it, or like believe what it is that they were saying. So it's kind of like almost like you didn't even believe what you just said, right? But I feel like now, or at least for a while now, this person now is standing on their own 2 feet pretty firm. And when they say something like, I want to, whatever it might be, like, I don't deserve this treatment, you know, they are being firm. They're not quivering in their voice. They're really believing what it is that they're saying. And I feel like they're gaining their power and their momentum to not only, you know, they've convinced themselves that they deserve this, but now they want to be vocal to people around them who have maybe mistreated them, or, you know, maybe not those individuals particularly, but any other personalities that show up in their field that are similar, that are bringing up these traumas, you know, like if people would talk down to them, and if another personality comes in here talking down to them, now they're able to kind of replay what it is that they maybe thought that they should have said, or wanted to say, or could have done to make them feel like they did all that they could do, or that they were true to their authenticity at that point in time. Like, I feel like this person feels like they let themselves down, even though, I mean, they only know what it is that they know. So if something's happened to them in past, if something's happened to them in the past, I feel like they feel that they shoulda, woulda, coulda, but I feel as though spirit, I mean, they're not here to hear this. Maybe this is your, you know, you're tapping into you, but spirit is saying that you don't know what you don't know. And it's almost like this person didn't really do anything at that time that was non-authentic to who they were. They were just being how authentic they could be at that point, based on all their life experiences, based on their genuine self, based on, you know, yes, could they have done something different? Potentially, maybe, maybe not, but spirit is confirming here that they did exactly as it was that they were able to do. And right now, spirit is saying that it's what they do right now at this point in time with themselves. Now that they recognize or understand, now's the time that maybe a different answer could be laid if they come across a similar type personality that maybe tries to put them in that spot, because they've really learned their lesson. They've really taken a hard look at who they are as an individual, and where they might have been playing this victim role for longer than need be, right? Because they really want to go after what it is that they want here. I feel like there's this strong desire, this strong passion to achieve something or obtain something that they've always really wanted for themselves, that they maybe told themselves that eventually, like, I feel like they've known that they'd always achieve it or want it. But I think inside, it's been so long that they started to maybe doubt that they would be able to change themselves or be worthy of this. The further and the longer it, or the longer it would go, the further away this seemed more like a non-obtainable goal for them, that I think now they're seeing not only is it obtainable, but they're going to have to put in play actions that are going to move them towards what it is that they want to obtain, you know. And they are stepping into fears because they know that they feel very vulnerable, and in fact they could definitely, like I say, quiver in their voice if they feel like any part of that trauma gets stirred up in such a way, but they're still choosing to step forward vulnerable, you know, despite this fear, because they're really focused on what it is that they want. Because you see with the moon, and I'm taking this as kind of, you know, this fiery energy here is something that they're passionately, like, really fixated on. But despite the moon being there beside them, they're scared, but they're really fixated on getting what it is that they want. And with the little angel there, they almost feel divinely guided, you know, with the wings. Like, they feel like they're divinely guided into getting what it is that they want, and they have the backing of spirit and this desire of knowing that that is what's meant for them. So this is a really beautiful energy here. And I do feel like this person is kind of really shining bright too. So if you are around this person, it's like this is they're really stepping into their best light. I feel like they have brighter yet to shine, or at least they feel like once they obtain whatever it is, whoever it is, or this state of being, and maybe it's just the state of being, right? They're fighting to be at this state of being that they'd say, okay, one day I'll forgive or get over this hurt, or I'll be in such a mood or person that allows me to be free. And actually, I'm really picking that up, that they have this thing that they're like, you know, eventually or one day I will be such, such, and such. But it's been this, the monologue to themselves has been the same, where they start to question, like, if I continue down this road, I will never be the person or this type of free, caring energy type individual that I always wanted to be. You know, could very well be, like I said, a role, a person, or something that they're aiming for, but it could just be a state of mind, an acceptance, someone who they've always admired or thought that they would be, that they were slipping away from, but now they recognize that that is definitely who they are. Or at least they need to embrace that and be that in order to get what it is that they want in life. So they're not quite their shiniest star yet, but I do feel like this person is probably a super bright star right now. But they definitely have more to shine once they achieve, or at least once they feel they're satisfied in accomplishing. And I don't feel like they will ever fully be satisfied, because I feel like they probably feel like they've killed some time or wasted time. But with dropping of that ego and victim mentality, I don't think that they're going to dwell on the fact that they've, you know, that it took them XYZ, or that they beat themselves up for hanging on to that for as long as they did, and this, that, and the other. So yeah, that's, wow, that energy. Okay, so we got here self-care, spoil yourself in the moonlight. I thought these cards would have like absolutely nonsensical meanings, to be honest. I was just using them as the pick a card, because I don't know, I just feel like I'm really in the mood to just be random right now. But with this self-care, spoil yourself in the moonlight, it's totally this person. Like, this moonlight, this fear, they're, despite the fear, despite the moonlight kind of following them around in these unknowns of what's going to happen, they're choosing to spoil themselves. They're choosing to be in their authentic self. They're choosing to be vulnerable in situations that they know have potentially caused them pain, that might come out and hurt them. Like with the platypus here, they're actually really cute, but they do have the ability to be very poisonous and dangerous. So I feel like with the stop complaining, focus your attention on the blessings in your life, this person wants to focus on this. So if you've known this person in the past, to be like in their victim cycle, woe is me, or just like pained or depressing, or just like stuck in reliving moments that have held them back, know that this person has really done a lot of shadow work on themselves, and they're really focused on healing themselves to the point that they are dropping a lot of their ego so that they're able to be vulnerable in situations that are going to open themselves up to, that they want to experience in this lifetime. And it is genuine. Okay, so that's what I got here for pile number 2. This is a beautiful reading. If you like that, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, check out one of my other videos, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful people who picked pile number 3. This is your reading. Okay, we'll take a look at this card once we get closer to the end. So if you skipped the intro, we'll be taking a look at the person on your mind. Okay, so this doesn't have to be romantic. Could be romantic, could be familial, could be platonic, could be just pretty much anybody here. And we'll be taking a look at this person's personality, or at least analyzing who they are, why they are the way they are, how they are, maybe even in this connection, how they're showing up, but mostly it's about this person. Okay, so we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for pile number 3. Thank you so much. Please protect pile number 3 and myself as I channel this message. And pile number 3, ooh, I don't want that. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I appreciate that very much. All right, so you might be tapping into your own energy, and if that's the case, just you might want to listen to that. But yeah, there could be someone on your mind that's in another pile, and just, yeah, you might want to go check out another pile as well. Okay, so I did find pile number 1 and pile number 2, quite substantial. Very different type energies for sure. Thank you so much for my new subscribers, and I'm so grateful for my continued subscribers that have been there from Gem Street. Thank you so much for your support. You are truly, truly blessed. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, we're just going to use 4 cards here to get this message, and I found it to be actually quite easier to read, to be honest with you, for the first 2 piles. So we'll see what this energy brings. All right. Okay, so what do we have here? Ooh, we have the Transformer affirmation. I transform myself as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups. And we got Uranus. Okay, distance from the sun, 2 light hours. The 7th planet of the solar system, this giant planet is sometimes visible to the naked eye in a very dark sky. Seen through a telescope, it has a beautiful blue color and rings. Its axis of rotation is sharply tilted relative to its orbit. It therefore gives the impression of rolling while the other planets spin like tops. Okay. Humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Okay. We'll flip this card kind of near the end. Just let me tap into this energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm feeling a really, really gentle soul right here. Okay, so this person is super gentle. I feel like this person is absolutely loving. Family means a lot to this person. They're very highly creative. And I feel like this person has always been very authentic to themselves and their morals. I feel like this person is the type of person that other people really look up to, kind of almost like big brother, big sister. This type of person is, yeah, like one would think that this person would get such a big head because they are really good at a lot of things and they're such a nice person too. So they almost appear to have everything going on. But I feel like this person is really almost unshakable in their character. And I think it pisses off a lot of other people because this person is just like that. And I feel like whatever adversities happen to this person, they feel stronger by it. So the more people kind of throw shade or try to bring this person down, the more they just kind of stand in their own right, and the more it's evident or apparent that this person has this ability to choose what's right, choose what they believe in over maybe what others might choose as like a quick fix or a quick win or a small victory or like stuff that kind of feeds our ego quickly. This person understands the value of being truthful to their own morals and sticking to what it is that they feel is in their highest good and their highest vibration. And I feel like this person's been like this for, I can't see them being any other way. And that's why it's like mind baffling to a lot of people, because this person, you know, I mean, they have downs for sure, because everyone has, when I say downs, I mean like, you know, they've had down energy or things happen that are like shit, right? That just shouldn't have happened, or that are painful, or that cause these like painful moments. Like for sure they've had that, but I don't feel like this person has ever been one to have these situations change who they are. I feel like this person was just born very much like this. I feel like this person is, it's also quite difficult to get this person to react. I feel like they could be quite stoic as well. So you never really quite know how this person is really, truly feeling, because it almost seems like they're the same around a lot of individuals. They're just they're themselves, which might throw a lot of other people off because they don't put on a show, or they're not like gonna act out of character just because maybe they like someone, or someone of power is there, or like they're just authentically a really good person. And I feel like they don't get swayed very easily by other personalities that are coming in. And I feel like there might be a lot of energy around this person that tries to like I say, throw them off if they don't really know this individual, or at least try to get their attention. But I don't feel like this person is one that gets involved with um drama or mind games or that type of thing. Okay, so I also feel like this person is really good at like they're probably one with like a trophy wall, or like certificates or accolades, or like um awards, or like, yeah, I'm just picking up from this person like everything that they, well, most of what it is that they get involved with, they do very well and they excel at it, and it kind of pisses people off because this person is just really focused. And I feel like this person also is the type that um yeah, that walks a lonely path, because of the fact that a lot of people can't connect with them, because a lot of people I don't know if this is my judgment coming in or what spirit's telling me here, so let me just try to sort through this. A lot of people, okay, I'm just gonna say what spirit's saying, but I don't know, maybe my judgment. A lot of people are in a certain way that I don't know how to word it. Okay, let's come back to that, because I'm not quite sure what that was all about, but that seemed to be something important. But there is a loneliness. Yeah, okay, so this is what it is. There's a loneliness about this person, because of the fact that they truly know on a deep level that there isn't a lot of individuals out in their environment, or even kind of their thinking in this world, and maybe this is a belief that they have in themselves, that stand in their honor the same way this person does. So it's like a lonely road, because if you are the only one, you feel like you are in your, top shelf of love and giving and forgiveness and focus and unwavering faith to your beliefs and your values and your cores. Like, I mean, you're human, right? So people are going to give in to guilty pleasures or decisions or things they shouldn't be doing, some more than others. And I just feel like this person has always been viewed as on this high horse, or this pedestal, or this type of a persona, that I feel like a lot of it for sure is very authentic, but it's almost to the point now where this person feels as though, because they've been in that role so long, that if they were to choose something of a guilty pleasure, or something that might be outside of their general character, that they feel like they'd be judged, or that they would let a whole bunch of people down, or that they would be viewed as not this person, or yes, see, it was fake all along, or you weren't as loving and caring, or as faithful to your religion or your beliefs or your values as you claim to be all these years, because you had a scoop of ice cream at like 2 a.m., right? Like, that's an example, but that's the type of person that, I think they're challenged right now in that struggle, because they are seeing not value in disrespecting what it is that they hold as a value, but I see that they see that there is a value in human ability to be human, okay? And it's hard to connect with other people because their human self, because I mean, they are human, I think. I don't know, jury's still out, but yeah, a lot of people probably be like, this person is not human. Like, I swear to God, this person is probably the epitome of very regimented, but also very strict to plan. And I don't know if, yeah, I don't think that they show that side just selectively. I think they're just like that in general. At work, people recognize them that way. At home, like I said, they're like the person that knows better, does better. She was like the brother or the sister that everyone kind of looks up to, that chooses right. But I feel like this person is a little bit held back. And I do feel like this person wants to be able to connect on a human level and have those discussions about, oh, yeah, you snuck out the window when you were 14. Yeah, I have this story or that story. Whereas people could connect on these levels. And this person just sits there like, okay, I went to bed at 9 because I had an essay the next day, like to write. I don't know if you guys know what an essay is, maybe. Okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So this person is like really by the book, okay? And like, yeah, but now they're in this state of recognizing that, you know, it is a lonely path. But I don't feel like this person is like wanting to go change this about them, because they really truly are dedicated to who they are as an individual, their truths, their ethics, their morals, their values, what they believe in, you know. I mean, I was gonna say they've changed from time to time, but I don't even feel like they've changed. I feel like this person is really born this way, knowing what it is, who they are, what they want, you know, and maybe it's swayed because I mean you only know what you know, but I feel like the core value or the core fundamentals of who this person is built on, who they are, who they are genetically born to be, is never wavered, and that's what gives them this strength that people really look up to. Wow. So yeah, here with the essential healing and well-being, singing, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening, I feel like this person is definitely one that taps into music because it brings to them maybe a side that they're not really getting from other humans, because it is very difficult to meet somebody who is as you know, who can speak the same language as this person, to get them excited to understand where they're coming from as an individual. That music has all these variables to it that I think allows this person to really tap into that piece of them that is very difficult for them to tap into otherwise, because music is, you know, on all these different vibrations and dimensions, and they could really connect and tap into these areas. So this person probably either always has their headphones on, or their earbuds, or listening to music, singing. Yeah, I feel like this person is really into music and just gets this fulfillment out of music. I feel like they probably are one that likes smart music, music that has like a lot of instruments. Um, yeah, like smart music. I feel like this person really likes to be taken away to another planet by music. And I feel like this person doesn't always say what's on their mind because of the fact that they don't want to go there with a lot of people. Like, it's not that they are fear, because if they have something to say, this person will definitely say it, but it's almost like they don't even need to say anything. They just know that if they look at you like this, if you see how they're looking, that you're just going to understand where they're coming from. They don't have to say much. It's like if they see you being a hypocrite or somebody who is not standing behind what you say, or there's a part of your character that's stepping out of line, that's not being authentic to yourself or to others around you, and they give you that look, it's almost like they're not going to be making you feel little by bringing it out, because they don't want to get in that back and forth with you. They just know that they give you this look, and you better know what's up, because this person can see you and what you're trying to do. Okay, and that's why there's a lot of people uncomfortable around this person, because this person sees you and this person knows what you're up to. So if this person's distanced themselves from you, could possibly be that you've been showing them maybe a side that they feel isn't to your highest potential or your authenticity. So maybe you've appeared to be a hypocrite or untruthful or poisonous to other people. Now, again, you know, this is what Spirit's telling me regarding this person. So you could just take whatever messages resonate or not. But I do feel like this person, yeah, they wouldn't surround themselves with, I mean, if there are people there that are like, you know, lowering vibrational people, and they have to be there, they're like, whatever, they don't let it kind of pierce themselves, but I feel like this person just wants to distance themselves from low vibration. They don't even pay no mind, and these people just fall away. And not that this person is like this high and mighty egotistical person sitting on a pedestal. I really feel like this person is, like born in such a way that a lot of people really admire, because it's this authentic way of being, this true love of self. Like, this person loves themselves in a healthy way that's not competitive, that's not egotistical, that's not, that's not like creating all these dramas in order for them to come in and prove themselves. Like, that's not who this person is at all. Yeah, and I feel like this person gives people a lot of space to be themselves. I feel like this person, they don't say much because they want people to be their genuine self, because they want to, and not that they're judging so much as they really want to see the authentic person come out before they are able to make a clear, definitive understanding of whether they want you in their life or no, or whether this is an energy that allows for high vibration. So I feel like they keep to themselves, especially, I just feel like they keep to themselves, especially in challenging situations too. I don't feel like this person opens up very readily and quickly, because they don't want to taint or sway or convince other people, because people who look up to them, if they say, oh, that's bullshit, blah, 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 then other people are like, yeah, if so-and-so says it's bullshit, then that must be bullshit. So it's like, they almost feel like they have to be quiet, let other people come to their conclusions, so that they can see how these people think and how they are, and the trueness of those authentic souls around them, so they can say, hey, that's a genuine soul that I can connect with on that level, because this person made the right decision, or showed up in a way that I can connect with, that's authentic to them, and it doesn't have to be somebody who is exactly like them, but somebody who is true to their own selves, who does what's morally correct, or stands by what it is that they authentically believe in. That's a trueness in love and a genuineness around other people and connections, without hurt and hate and low vibration. And like, this person does not play like that at all. So yeah, wow, that's a lot from this person here. They sound almost unreal. So we got thrive. There's enough space for the moon and her stars not to tear each other down. Oh my gosh, like I was telling the other pile, I picked these cards and I didn't think the messages would really resonate all that much, but I was like, I just need like the 3 pick a cards. This is totally this person, because there's enough space for the moon and her stars not to tear each other down. This person is so like, they understand there's value in other people, and they're not going to say, well, since I'm the best or I've done this, that it's going to be one or the other. It's like, I could be myself, I can love you. And they don't see race, they don't see like a disability in such a way that's like a physical ailment or something holding someone back as less than. They just see pure love and vibration, and I feel like they don't need to tear anyone else down. And in fact, when they experience that, or see that in other people, it really kind of triggers them to stand up and maybe give you that look. And don't get me wrong, like, this person will definitely tear someone down if they were doing something unjust to someone else, especially someone who's innocent and who was acting out of love or their genuine self. They don't even need to know you to stand up for you. As long as they see that you have been somebody who was acting out of love and kindness. And if you were treated unjustly, this person would definitely be first to stand in between you and the bully, in between you or the person who's being unjust, and really guide that situation in such a way that they say minimal amount of words that gets their point across. Maybe they just give you that look, so the other person knows, hey, I need to back down, or I didn't do what was right there. They have a way of making people realize where they're stepping out of their highest vibration. So wow, this person, I don't even know if this person exists, to be honest. If you know this person, like, definitely leave it in the comments here. But a transformer, I transform myself as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. I feel like this person's transformed a lot of people, just people who know this person. They've impacted and inspired a whole lot of people, for sure. I can't even say I probably know anybody like this, to be honest. So you're very blessed. I'm sure they're blessed as well. Take a look at one of the other 2 piles. If you like this reading, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much. See you guys soon. Bye.